Good afternoon. This is JC, the hippie, aka St. Louis's oldest living hippie, and I am here to bring you a raw story. It's an opinion in it. Everything in this raw story reflects exactly how I feel. And it's 4.5 minutes long, but I urge you to listen to it all the way to the end because this is exactly what's wrong with our country. And what this article is saying is the people who voted for Trump should not be forgiven for what they did and what's going to happen to our country, but they should be blamed, and we should never forget that blame. We should keep the blame on them, and we should push hard. And every time that we get a chance, knock them down verbally, put them in their place. These are the people who caused what we're going to go through for the next 4 years. So, yeah, we're right to put the blame on them, and we're right to be mad as hell at them, which I'm mad as hell, I'd say 1,000 trillion times at them. I'm so mad I could, oh, if I say it on here, they'll take this video down. Anyway, please listen to this. It's 4.5 minutes long, but this opinion is exactly my gut feeling and my emotion.
Why Trump voters should be held accountable for their choice. For now, I'm not getting involved in the debate over what Kamala Harris did wrong. For one thing, whatever conclusions are drawn now will almost certainly be forgotten by the time of the next election. For another, the debate takes vital attention away from the choice of the majority of American voters, which is to say, their terrible choice. Why did they break for Donald Trump? Lots of worthy people are going to spend lots of time exploring that question. I won't, though. What I know is that Trump campaigned on easily proven lies. What I also know is his supporters chose to believe them. What I care about now are the consequences of that choice, and those consequences are going to be bad for all of us, including everyone who voted for him. Yesterday, the president-elect said among the first things he's going to do is eliminate the U.S. Department of Education. That agency not only sends federal money to local school districts, it makes sure children are treated equally. This is usually understood in terms of race, but special education is protected too, and it needs it. There was a time in American history when special needs kids were told to sink or swim. My kid is one of those kids. And if the funding and protection she now has disappears, I'm going to take that personally. I'm going to blame everyone who supported Trump. I won't care if they didn't believe he'd follow through on his pledge. I won't care if they didn't know about it. I won't care if they were lied to by the right-wing media apparatus. I won't care if the kids of Trump voters are themselves victims of their parents' bad choices. I'm going to blame them, and I will be right to do so. Ignorance is no defense in law. It should be no defense in politics either. Trump has also promised to impose punishing tariffs on imported goods from countries like China and Mexico. Tariffs are a tax, and every adult knows how a tax works. Yes, some of his supporters pretended not to know that importers pass that cost on to consumers. But whether they did or didn't is going to be irrelevant to me when I'm paying 2 or 3 times more for necessities like food and clothing. As I'm standing in the checkout at Stop and Shop, sticker shocked for the umpteenth time, I'm not going to be wondering what Kamala Harris could have done to persuade white working-class Americans to vote for her. I'm not going to feel sympathy for them, knowing that they decided to impoverish themselves out of spite and resentment. No, I'll be too busy cursing them for the titanic assholes they are. Trump has also promised to deport millions of so-called illegal immigrants. He said he'll only go after the bad ones, and his supporters, even some Latinos, decided to believe a liar. But I'm not going to care how they came to that decision if the government starts snatching taxpayers out of their homes, arresting and detaining whole families, including U.S. citizens, in the insane belief that doing so is going to make America great again. Why should I care about why they voted the way they did when the consequence of that choice brings chaos to communities, decimates the labor supply, and raises prices? Trump has denied it, but his Republicans are looking forward to taking another crack at repealing the Affordable Care Act. Tens of millions of Americans depend on Obamacare, including independent business people like me, who could not do what we do without the law. Voters who supported Trump are included in that number. But again, it does not matter to me whether they knew a vote for him was a vote for abolishing affordable insurance. I tend to lose interest in the reasons behind another person's choices if those choices ruin me. The conventional wisdom is that Trump inflamed resentments in order to win. What's missing from that story is that the resentments are over race, or rather racism. Fact is, lots of white people feel like non-white people are taking something from them when they do better for themselves. Trump has made an art form out of getting white people to believe non-white people are robbing them, making them poorer, even when the economy is rapidly benefiting those same white people. Well, when it comes to resentment, you haven't seen anything yet. If Trump does what he says, by the time he's done, America is going to be poorer, sicker, weaker, and more chaotic. In some cases, he will have done irreparable harm, as he did last time he was president, including to the people who supported him. And he will have done it because, well, it doesn't matter. They made their choice and it was terrible. And the rest of us will be right to resent it.
They made their bed, let them lay in it. And I hope the bed is full of broken glass. Anyway, please repost and boost this particular video. It's worth it. If you listen to the end, please post and repost and boost it, because people need to realize that it's okay to feel hate for these people, because they're hateful people. It was hate on their part that put Trump in office. So I hate every goddamn person who voted for Trump. Every last one of them. Friend, family, and foe. This is JC saying, fuck Trump, fuck Vance, fuck all of those people in Project 2025, and all my friends and family and loved ones who support me and who did not vote for Trump or support him in any way. I love you all. So, pox some more, Jack, and keep on trucking.